Good morning and happy Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. Okay, and then here's our beautiful map. So that's pretty cool. And I'm really gonna talk to them about growth mindset because I feel like it's gonna freak some of them out. I can't read your mind. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie. If you're new here, I am a 5th year teacher teaching 3rd grade in the state of Florida, and this is the first vlog of 2023. All right, I'm gonna walk and talk with you guys as I get my classroom ready for this morning. As you can see, I'm wearing tons of layers because it's supposed to be rainy outside today. Let me just show you like my outfit. So here's what we look like. I need to take the rain jacket off, but I'm wearing a denim jacket with this like t-shirt dress that's honestly from Walmart a couple years ago. It was like $5. It feels like pajamas, but and then rain boots on the bottom. So once I get the rain jacket off, I won't look as goofy with all these layers on, but it is supposed to be thunderstormy today, which is great for the first day back, right? So yesterday was a teacher work day and I got the whole day to work at my classroom and get things set up and ready for today. So I'm feeling pretty good, pretty ready to start the new year. I'm really ready to see my students too. I kind of missed them over the break. So I think it's gonna be a good day. I'll walk you through kind of the things that we are doing today, like the activities that I have planned and all of that stuff this morning. And then at the end of the day, I'll like update you on how things are going. I'm gonna ease back into vlogging this week. I haven't made a video since like the beginning of December, so it's been a while. So we're gonna see how this goes this week and kind of ease back into it. All right, I've updated my background. I always use the Basic Life of Brooke. Her backgrounds are so cute. So here's our one for January. And I also have like our little garlands swapped out to be kind of New Year's-y. So that's kind of cute. All right, so here's the rundown of what our day is going to look like. I still have quite a bit of time till students get here this morning, so I have time to get stuff ready. I might start working on plans for like 2 weeks out in a little bit. But first, let me show you what we're doing. I just pulled my entire Wednesday drawer. If you were ever wondering where I put all my copies, it's in this set of drawers that are right here. I just put all of my copies for the day and I stagger stack them. So I was like, let's just pull the Wednesday drawer and look through it. First thing is on their desks, they have a little disco ball worksheet that I got from Emily in elementary. I will link her Instagram right here and the product in the description. Here's like a little shot of what they look like. It's just a blank disco ball. I love the disco ball, the sparkles. I'm planning to laminate them and then hang them around the room, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it yet. I was thinking about maybe getting some glittery cardstock or something to put and do like one student's and then some glitter in the middle. I don't know. I'm still toying around with that idea. So they're gonna decorate them today. That's the first thing they're gonna do. And then when they come in, we're going to have our morning meeting and go over all of our routines and procedures, kind of review and fresh up on those. We have our morning news. We'll look at our planners for January. We always put down all the dates on the first of the month. We write down all of the important dates in our planner, like when is our next spelling test, who's got a birthday this month, what is like we have Martin Luther King Day, we have a field trip this month. So we go through and we write down all of those dates on our planner. So that will be good. To just get a fresh, clean start. Then we're gonna go over our routines and procedures, and I'm gonna let them work on this in a group. I made little posters, just cut up an anchor chart, a chart paper piece, and I made posters for 6 different procedures. I believe I did lining up, getting pencils, using the restroom, our morning routine, stem bins, and there was one more. Oh, and our doorbell. And so what I'm gonna do is give each group one of those posters and ask them to write out the steps that we take to follow that procedure. So we're just gonna do like a little bullet point and a step. And I'm gonna model with one. I think I'm gonna model with pencils because I want that one to be done right. So I'm gonna show them how I'm gonna write it on the poster or on the chart paper and go step by step and write out all those procedures. We also have new class commitments. We did a class commitment chart that's been the same since August. So I just rolled that one up up. We're gonna start fresh, it's a new year. The second half of the year, so we're gonna talk about what a safe classroom feels like, what we want to accomplish in the second half of the year, and then write down the things that we're willing to do as a class family to help each other do that. And I have a book, I Promise by LeBron James, and I'll probably read that before we make the commitments and just think about what can we do to help each other out in this new year. So that'll take a while. Honestly, once they write all their procedures and we share them and go over them, I think that'll take a bit. But what I have planned for math afterwards is I'm gonna try to get their fluencies done today, and I feel like that might be the only thing we do. I don't know though. So I have our addition and subtraction fluency. Last time we're doing that one, and then we're gonna start our multiplication fluency. I don't know if I wanna do this one today or if I wanna do it like tomorrow. We'll just see. I'm definitely gonna do the adding and subtracting today. And then I have our weekly warm-up problems that we always do underneath that. So if we get to this, great. If not, we'll just start it next week and skip to that later, which is probably what's gonna happen because it is Wednesday. I don't know if I mentioned that it's Wednesday. We had a teacher work day on Tuesday, Monday we were off. So I feel like we'll probably skip this, especially if I wanna get this done. But I have all of that ready, so I've got a lot of options here. And then we have our AR time, and I've got a new reading log for them. So if we get to AR time today and we have time to do that, they can have their new reading log. We haven't done STAR testing to get their ranges yet, but at least they can start reading and taking tests. So that's all before specials. They go to guidance for specials today. And then when we come back, we're gonna do a chapter from Beezus and Ramona. That's the book we're reading. It was a request from a student before we left because she got the box set of all the Ramona books. So she wants me to read that one. And I was like, perfect, sounds great. Because we just finished, what did we read before the break? We read Freckle Juice and we read The Lemonade War. I don't remember which one we ended with, but anyways, we finished those. So now we're doing Beezus and Ramona. And then after that, I'm gonna read a book. It's called, let me get it. Your Fantastic Elastic Brain, Stretch It, Shape It. And it's all about growth mindset. So that'll be fun. It's different parts of your brain and what they control and how you have the power to shape your brain and to stretch your brain and all of those things. So that'll be really fun to do right before we go into our New Year flip book. This is by Teach, Create, Motivate. Again, linked in the description. New year, new me. We'll reflect a little bit on 2022. What were some things that, what were you like? What were some things you were proud of in 2022? What was your favorite memory of 2022? What were your favorite things, colors, song, food, subjects, movies? And then we're gonna go into goals, something for reading, math, science, and other that we want to achieve. And then a resolution, a decision to do or not to do something. So that was really cute. We're gonna do that. That should take us a while. And then during my small group time, I have this just like Happy New Year word search on one side and then regrouping Happy New Year riddles on the other. It's just kind of busy work, but I think I'm gonna give that to them after we've worked on these for a while. And then I'm gonna have them come and bring, we'll do kind of like small group rotations, but maybe not exactly small group rotations. I'll just let them work on that at their seat and probably call their groups over for like 5 minutes each just to sit and talk while they're working on this and ask them how their break was and just kind of hang out with them at the table because I feel like it's gonna be hard to get a chance to do that. So I'm gonna make time for it. So that's what we're gonna do there. And then after that, it will be about science time. Science, we're doing a mystery science video on why is January the first month of the year. And then it will be time for lunch and then recess, which is probably gonna be indoor because it's rainy today. And then it will be time to go home. So hopefully all of those plans go as planned today. We survived the first day back. It wasn't bad. Let me move this up a little bit so I can stand closer. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best day in the world, but it also wasn't awful. So there's that. We went over all of the things this morning that I said I was going to do in our morning meeting. They're little posters. Let me show you what they turned out looking like for our procedures because I felt like that went really well. Here are their posters. I did the pencils one and I ended up doing the doorbell one because I had students who were gone as well. But here's like lining up. Alexa, which is our class helper, always goes first. Then Miss Allen calls our tables. Our hands are at parade rest. No pushing, no skipping spots. They did like the bathroom. You cross your fingers to show the bathroom symbol, walk to the bathroom, turn on the light, go into the bathroom, flush, etc. Here's our like morning routine, put away all supplies. So it turned out really, really good. And I think they enjoyed working on them with their friends. Finish morning routine first, pick a stem bin, stay in a spot, 3 in the spot, etc. Other things that went well, the flip book was amazing. Their little goals that they came up with were so incredible. I let them like take turns sharing a goal, and like their reading goals were like, I want to read a whole series of books. I want to read 4 chapter books before the end of 3rd grade, or I want to read 3 pages of a book every day. And I was like, those are such great goals because they were very specific and like very measurable. So we talked about that, and I was like, I love how, I don't have my ponytail holder. I was like, I love how you did them so specific and blah, blah, blah. So that went really well. After that, I did let them all come to the table and spill about what they did over the break and all that stuff. And it was like, all kinds of talking, but it was good to let them get it out. The worksheet that we did for the new year, the back, the regrouping activity, the pattern was all, or the like clue at the bottom was all wrong. So I had some girls that were like, we got all the answers right and it doesn't match. We can't figure out what the answer to the riddle is. So we fixed that. It was, it was just a good day. The internet was in and out, spotty. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, tomorrow it's better because we're going to attempt to do some star testing tomorrow. But that's about it. What I'm going to do, the disco balls turned out cute too. So that's what I'm about to do next is I'm going to go down to the media center to laminate their disco balls. I also have to make a copy of something for tomorrow. And that's it. And then I'm going to go home and wrap up this first day back. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I am here bright. It's not Tuesday. Goodness. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday because yesterday was Wednesday, but now today feels like a Tuesday. And I was about to say I'm here bright and early because I have morning duty today, but I don't because it's Thursday. Okay. I'm glad we got that settled. Anyways, I am here, still here early because I'm always here early. Yesterday went really well. I hung a map in my classroom before I left yesterday. I didn't really talk about that. I was actually gifted that by a brand, and so I will put their Instagram right here and then a link in the description where you can get one. But they sent me this awesome, it's like a blanket map of the United States, and we're starting the 50 states today in social studies. And then I also have like a tapestry of the state of Florida, and I've shared it on my Instagram a while ago, but I've never shared it on my YouTube channel. So I hung it up because we're starting the states, and I was very excited because when I came in this morning, it was still hanging. So that was a big win because I was afraid it was gonna fall down, and it didn't. So I've got that checked off my box for this morning. Before the students get here, I'm gonna hang their little disco balls. I laminated them yesterday afternoon. I think they turned out really cute. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday afternoon because I originally wanted to get some like sparkly or like shimmery paper to put. I was gonna do like 2 disco balls back to back and then have like a little bit of shimmer sticking out. $1.99 for a piece of sparkly paper. And so I changed my mind. I was like, no, I'm not paying $1.99 for like, because I would have needed to get 10 or so because this is pretty big, and to get it like this circle to be big enough to fit around the whole thing. And then it wasn't double-sided, and I was trying to do this double-sided because I don't have that many hooks hanging from the ceiling. It was just like a big no. So we're not doing the sparkly paper, but I still think that the disco balls will be cute hanging up where the snowflakes are. So I'm going to do that this morning. As far as our morning block goes, we're going to take our star reading test, which is not very exciting, but we've got to do it. So we're going to do that during our math block. And I'm also going to do, I didn't do the fluencies yesterday. So we're going to do the adding and subtracting fluency, and then we're going to do the star reading. And I've got my fingers crossed that the computers work because yesterday the program we used for star was like not doing the best. So I'm hoping it'll work because I really need to get this done so I can get their AR goals ready to go. And I want to get all of our like baseline progress monitoring done today and tomorrow are the last days that I have, so I don't have to worry about it next week. So we're doing that this morning. Then we'll have like AR if they finish, and then we'll go to specials. They're going to PE and they're learning about bicycles. I'm so excited because I think they're gonna have so much fun riding bikes. Anyways, and then when they come back, we're going to jump into Unit 2, Week 4 of our My View curriculum. I shared this in a previous vlog, and I will link that one up in the cards where I went into detail on what it looks like and how we're kind of teaching it now. But I'll show you like the anchor charts real quick that we're using, because we're kind of doing like argumentative pieces this week. So the author has like a purpose that they're trying to persuade you of something. And so we're working on reading the text and pulling out what the author believes from the text. And then we're also going to talk about like support and evidence for what the author believes. But more importantly, this week is just sharing like what is the author's belief and finding that. So that's what we're doing. And then we're starting maps, and I will show you, maybe I'll show you that in the afternoon. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to show you the anchor charts, show you the map, show you my outfit. I'm all over the place this morning. Woo, I need more coffee. All right, here's our anchor charts. That's our essential question for the week. And this is the one we're doing today. So we're doing we're introducing vocabulary and spelling words and our new genre, which is argumentative. And we're using a read aloud. It's always listening comprehension the first day. So I'm gonna read a little passage. It's called Recess for Middle School. And we'll talk about our statement this week. Authors share what they believe and use evidence to support it. They'll listen to Recess for Middle School, and then we will fill this in kind of together, more like I will model it for them, because then tomorrow we're going to do the same thing with our first text of the week, which is called Welcome Back Wolves. And then on Monday, we're going to do that with our second text. And this one is together. So this is the I do, this is the we do, and they'll write it down on a piece of paper. And then next week, I think it's on Tuesday. Is it on Tuesday? Or maybe it's next week on Wednesday. I think it's on Wednesday. They do one on their own. So we've kind of really done this like sentence stem, I do, we do, you do format. And I think it worked really well for the last time that they did it. So that's good. And then like when we did it before the winter break. Gosh, it feels like forever ago. Okay, and then here's our beautiful map that stayed hung right over here. It takes up a big chunk, and I hung it with like magnetic hooks, and then I clipped it with binder clips. So that's pretty cool. All right, and then here is my outfit for today. Ana Luisa earrings, my Lily Silk sweater top, and my cheetah pants that are from TJ Maxx that I got this summer. Sometimes I wear them with like a short sleeve black shirt, and out today I was like, you know what? I think this would be cute with this turtleneck, because it's gonna be 55 degrees this morning. It is right now, it's kind of chilly. And then by the afternoon, it's gonna be 70. So this sweater isn't super thick, and neither are these pants. So it's warm because I'm covered, but then also it should be cool enough for this afternoon. So there's the outfit. All right, I'm gonna get to work on hanging these disco balls. Okay, I got all the disco balls that I have finished, hung. I still have 1, 2, 3 more spots that I could hang some. Let me show you another. There's one. There's one. They're all double-sided. There's one. So I still have 2, wait, did I say 2? 3 more open snowflakes, but I had students who were absent yesterday. So when they return, I'll let them color a disco ball, and I'll just laminate theirs and put them up once they're here. I was thinking about just taking the snowflakes down and being done with the disco balls, but we'll let the friends who weren't here color theirs as well. So that looks cute. All right, so now that I have extra time, I'm working on my vocabulary slides. This is what my Unit 2 slides look like. I put all the vocabulary terms on a slide. So here's the one we're doing today. Well, maybe if it'll load. Sometimes it takes a while to load because it's got a lot of GIFs on it. Okay, so here was last week's. Oh, it loaded. There we go. So it has the vocabulary word and then some kind of GIF to help them remember it, like solitary, all alone, multiplied, lots of rabbits multiplying, eliminated. They're gonna love this one because I think it's Fortnite. And then reintroduced. So they reintroduced the butterfly into its environment. So I'm working on my slides for Unit 3 to get ahead. So I've already done all the definitions yesterday. All I have to do is put the little GIFs in there. Today went according to plan. It was good. We took our STAR test. The computers worked. We had a great little mini lesson on how to clear the cache on our Chrome on Google Chrome books or whatever, and we talked about troubleshooting. So I taught them that word today. I was like, how many of you ever want to work with computers one day when you're older for your job? And a lot of them raised their hand, which I figured they would. I was like, well, if you want to work with computers, you have to be good at troubleshooting. I said, that means when something's wrong, you have to try things to fix it. So we did like a little mini lesson on that. And then we went step by step to clear the cache. We restarted the computers, and they worked great for their STAR test, which was good. And I was glad it wasn't like glitchy like the computers were yesterday. They did really well on that. So I was able to set AR goals. Reading was not bad. They were pretty attentive for the beginning, and then it started to like tank, which it usually does by the time we get to the end, which is fine. And then small groups were pretty good, and they worked quietly, which was good. Social studies was all over the place when we started the maps, because it was like, I went here for Christmas. This is today. And it was like an explosion of information coming my way. And I was like, y'all, we have 10 minutes till lunch. We got to color this map in and get ready to go. But it was fine. And then we did computer lab, and they went home. So it was a pretty decent day. I really don't have anything to do, because while I was waiting for parents to come pick up and they were watching the board, I did all their Friday folders during dismissal. So that's good. So those are ready to go for tomorrow. My arm's getting tired holding it right here, holding the phone. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, they really liked the read aloud today. I think I mentioned this yesterday, that we're reading Ramona and Beezus, and the chapters are really long, and so I was worried about it. But today's chapter like picked up. Yesterday was the intro, and so it was kind of slow moving, and I was a little worried that they weren't going to be very interested in it, but today it like definitely picked up, and they loved it a lot more. Good morning. Happy Friday. I got the date right today, because how can you mess up the date on a Friday? I will be clicking on the board, so if I'm looking to the side, that's where I'm looking, because I'm pulling up all my tabs. But I arrived a little bit later today than I usually do, because I chose to snooze my alarm in just a smidge, not too much. But I knew I was just touch-up curling my hair today and not curling my whole head, because I used dry shampoo last night. So I was like, well, that won't take me as long, so if I sleep in, no big deal. So here we are. It is Friday. I'm wearing this wonderful like corduroy thing. My mom got it for me for Christmas. It's from Walmart, y'all. It's like a corduroy shacket thing. I've worn it as a shirt before, but today I'm wearing it over a school shirt with just high-waisted jeans, and I was really liking my outfit this morning. I was like, oh, fine. And then just some like Anna Luisa pieces for my earrings. And I brought one of my new cups. I always have my Starbucks cup for my water, but one of my students got me this super cute Gryffindor one for Christmas with like sparkles all over it. And so I decided to bring this one today because it kind of matched. I'm wearing my house colors for Friday, red. And so I was like, well, this matches my house colors. And I love using the cups that my students got me. So I'm using that one. I need to get to work on some of the coffee cups because I got a couple of coffee cups for Christmas before we left. I just love my Tervis ones, and so I've been bringing those. But I need to bring one of the other coffee cups that my kids got me because I love using the ones that they get me because they get so excited when they see me using it. So as far as things that we're doing today, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember if I updated you before I left yesterday. I guess I did. Everything went pretty well. And today is kind of like copy-paste of yesterday, except instead of doing the reading STAR test today, we're going to do the math STAR test. We'll finish our math morning work, and we're going to do a, okay, let me like get my thoughts organized because I'm saying this all out of order. We're going to do a multiplication fluency. And I'm really going to talk to them about growth mindset because I feel like it's going to freak some of them out because some of them may feel like they're not ready. And I'll just tell them to go through, do the ones they can do, and yeah, to do what they can. But then I have all these posters up. I might have to take down all the posters, the skip counting posters, because I don't want the ones who are like facing them to have an advantage. So maybe I'll do that in just a moment and I'll put them back up after math. But I'm really going to talk to them about how This is the first time you've done it, so it doesn't have to be perfect, and we're just gonna grow from there, and it's gonna show your growth and show how much you've learned, and that we're gonna go through and like focus. Starting next week, we're gonna focus on like each set. Like next week, we're gonna do multiplied by 2s and work on our fluency there. Then the next week, we're doing multiplied by 3s, and we'll keep going and going and going, etc. to like really help them learn it. But we need to get a baseline. This is like a pre-test. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna do the math star. And then when they're finished, they have their math morning work. We didn't do the backside yesterday, so I'll have them do that because the math star is usually quicker than the reading. And then after that, they can do AR. And we had a long time for AR yesterday, but that's fine with me because we're all going to the library today to get new books after special area anyways. So, or to check out if we need to. So that should be good because we always go on Fridays. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We're gonna start our first text and find the author's claim and reading. It's been nice to do the STAR tests in the morning this week to kind of ease back into it. Next week starts, I don't want to say real teaching because that sounds lame. I have been real teaching this week, especially during reading yesterday. I was like, whew, that was exhausting. But we'll start like our real math lessons and we won't have to do baseline testing anymore. So we'll start math lessons next Monday. We start on division. Just popped up page unresponsive, but it's already pulled up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's like super exciting. Not really. It's Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm so glad we started with a 3-day week. That's all I got. So I guess I'm gonna take down skip counting posters and then start pulling out papers that I need for today, maybe sorting their homework for next week, like their math homework pages, into my drawers since I've emptied out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday now. I can put the math homework pages in there because we start math homework again next week. And yeah, those are like my 3 goals for this morning. It's a lot later than it usually is, but I still have plenty of time to get that done. And I think if I finish all of that, I can work on my weekly email. I always send a weekly email to parents on Fridays, and I've got like the bullet points of what I want to share, but I can like start to type that up. So later today, when the end of the day comes, I can just peace out. That's it. Let me get started with that stuff. I am in the car. About to start my car, but it's gonna be annoyingly loud when I start it. Finished our Friday. It's really hard to see because of the sunshine. All right, that's good enough, right? Yeah, sure, good enough. Finished our Friday off. It was a good day. I'm trying to think of one win to share, and then I'm heading home because I'm tired. And my one win is we did our multiplication fluency. I really can't see anything. Sorry, y'all. Our multiplication fluency today, and it went really well. But when I said we were going to do it, all my students were like, oh. And so we had a long conversation, and I thought it went really well about why we do these fluencies and how this was the first one. So it was called a baseline. I taught them what pre-test and baseline means. And basically was just like, okay, we're doing this because I need to see what you know right now. I was like, unfortunately, Miss Allen is not a good brain reader. I can't read your mind. So I need to see on paper what you know. And I showed them what it could look like. I was like, let's say today you get 20 facts. And I was like, and you do your very best and you get 20 of these multiplication facts. Awesome. I said, now let's say you do it again in March. And how many might you know in March? And they're like, what if I know 40? So I showed them what it would look like with a bar graph. And I said, do you see how you can see the big growth between the two? And they were all really excited. I was like, you cannot see how much you've grown unless you know where you started from. So today we are just getting the starting one. And I was very proud of how hard they worked. Nobody got upset. Nobody panicked. Nobody freaked out. So I was very proud of that. And I think that conversation, I was proud of that for them. And I think that conversation before was really helpful for them with that. So that went really well. And a lot of them got like 40 or more facts. So it was really exciting. And that was my win of the day. The rest of the day went pretty much as planned. It was a Friday. We extra recessed. So yeah, now I'm heading home. Are you ready to hear how loud my car is? Here we go. All right. I'm gonna start it up. Listen to that rumbling. I'll take the radio off. That's every day on my way home. It's so loud and so rumbly. So I'm gonna turn the computer off, turn the camera off, and drive home. All right, I just got back home and I'm gonna work on folding this massive stack of laundry because I haven't folded laundry all week. And I'm just gonna turn on some YouTube or like a podcast while I do that. Podcast that I've been listening to in this new year, I think I've shared it before, is the Naked Marriage podcast. It's a great one if you're married, or if you're not, it's still good for marriage relationships. And they've been doing like an episode every day for the first 14 days of the new year. It's by Dave and Ashley Willis. So I might listen to that one or just catch up on some YouTube that I'm behind on. So I think I'm going to close out the vlog here. I have no idea how long it was, and getting back to vlogging is hard, but I hope you enjoyed this. If you made it all the way to the end, tell me something that you liked in the video. Tell me something that you're looking forward to in the new year. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and be sure to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.